music in me today. I've been listening to the Six soundtrack half the day today, and I was like dancing around the kitchen, got startled by my husband who came into the kitchen while I was dancing. It's a whole thing. So if I'm bopping, it's because the music is still playing in my head. Hello, my friends. Hello. Oh, there's the ad. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Sumo Citrus. That is an appropriate advertisement for my channel. Why not? I've heard good things about Sumo Citrus, like those big old oranges. I've heard good things. Heard good things. Hello. Happy Tuesday, my friends. First, let me say, and if you can see already in the chat, I am disappointed that I did not come up with an H-word alliteration for the title of this video. Hodgepodge was a brilliant one, Lissa, and I should have thought of it. And I'm real disappointed that I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what else can I talk about that has to do with H's? And I couldn't figure out anything. And I don't know. Oh, is it delicious? That's awesome. I've never had one, but I've seen it around. I know it's a thing. So that's an appropriate ad. So anyway, welcome to Haters, Hormones, and Other Hodgepodge, because that's gonna bother me that I didn't come up with that. Anyway, I'm assuming that everybody can see me and everybody can hear me. Knock on wood. We didn't actually have internet issues yet this week. Fantastic. Happy Tuesday, my friends. How are you all doing today? Let me know. Tell me how you are. Or if you want to share highs and lows, we can jump right into those right away. You can share your high, your celebration, your happy thing, the best thing of the week. Or you want to share your low, you want to share your struggle, something that's been on your mind, on your heart, weighing you down. Feel free to share those things too. This community is a welcoming place where you are able to share all of those things and receive support and celebration. I was reading in my book, in the Joel is mean. It's funny that you should say that, Liza. My father-in-law came home from work early tonight, meaning like 7:30, because usually he doesn't get home until I'm live streaming. Like, I don't see him until after the live stream, and he walked in and I was like, that's odd or whatever. And my husband comes out and he goes, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, we're doing Joel tonight." And so my father-in-law has worked out with my husband twice during hockey games, because my husband has been lifting during hockey games, and he's done Joel enough where, by done Joel, I mean lift 4. That is what I mean specifically. Hi, Rosie. Good to see you. And so he's been guiding him through moves that he remembers without having to turn it on so they can watch the hockey game together and lift weights together. Well, tonight they actually turned Joel on and they are doing a back and biceps lift 50-50 downstairs as we speak. I was like, oh my gosh, my father-in-law has not worked out a day in his life until 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. No joke. He's a relatively fit and like completely able-bodied human being, but he's never done like a deliberate let me lift weights workout ever. Until he's spent the last couple months watching Eric and I lift weights regularly. And then when Kristen came home, Kristen jumped in and started lifting weights with us or whatever. So it kind of got the wheels turning that like, maybe this is something I should try. And then my mother-in-law did a week of lift 4 with me, or a couple days of lift 4 with me. So she's experienced Joel. Tonight he's experiencing Joel. And I'm really excited to hear all about it when I'm done here. It dawned on me as I said hi to Rosie that I didn't acknowledge everybody else that was here. Kathy and Lissa and Marie. And I saw Sarah, and I think that's the whole gang right now, and Rosie. Yes, it is. What is happening together? I've done a whole week of tracking food despite hating it. I know it's good for me. Good for you, Sarah. And how do you feel about it? Like, how does that make you feel? Because, like, does it, have you seen any results from it yet? Is the act of keeping that commitment to yourself motivating you to want to keep that commitment to yourself a little bit more? Because that's a really exciting thing. I'm so, that's good. That's great. I started 10 rounds yesterday, and holy crap. I tell you what, 10 rounds is hard. 10 rounds is very hard. And I griped about this back when I did 10 rounds. When was that? October? I think it was October that I did 10 rounds. And I consider myself, within reason, on behalf of my disability, a decently coordinated human being. I survived dance classes. My execution on all of the moves is not flawless in any way, shape, or form, but I'm relatively coordinated given my physical circumstances. I have never been so frustrated with the workout program in my life as I was with the movement, the stepping. I could do the upward stuff. I could do the lower stuff. If you put them together, it's like my brain short circuits. And it was so immensely frustrating. Like once you start the fancy steps and what, oh my gosh. I've never been so frustrated with the workout program in my life. I'm glad I did it. Maybe one day I'll feel daring enough to do it again. Who the heck knows? But oh man, Shape Up September. Yeah, okay. It was yes. There and I don't blame anybody who goes, screw it. I don't want to do it anymore, because it's hard. But you feel awesome if you stumble your way through. There was one workout in particular, I can't remember what day it was, that I wanted to chuck Joel into the wall. Like I literally was like, I was so frustrated by the end of it. And thankfully it was the same day that like Lindsay was struggling with it too. Like she texted me or I texted her or something, and we both acknowledged that that day was a struggle. It was a hard video. But generally speaking, by the time I finish it, I'm like, oh, thank God I did it. I survived the 40-minute 10 rounds workout. Out of control. Meanwhile, I'm doing muscle burns fat, and I saw Kim come on. Hi, Kim. I've been doing muscle burns fat, and my emotions are like this in terms of liking it and hating it. There have been many days, I'm on week 2, day 2. Of 3. So like I'm almost halfway done actually, but you felt so much stronger. Yeah. And I felt more coordinated by the end too. So one of these days I might go back to it, or I might do the lift 4 and 10 rounds hybrid. I might do that. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm doing next yet, but this workout, first of all, like it gets your heart going. But I'm also found that because I know that this workout is going to get my heart pumping, get the calories burning, get the sweat dripping, there are days that if I wait too long and thus like I lose my momentum very fast. If I don't, I can have a leisurely morning routine, but it has to be an efficient morning routine. The second I start to lose my momentum, like it's a slow roll to a stop, right? So if I'm either very tired like I was today, or have my lower momentum, it is very hard to put in the effort you should put into this workout. Because you can totally half-ass the workout and it won't work nearly as well. It's not nearly as effective. But if you go all in, then this workout is bomb amazing. And so I worked out all 7 days last week. I managed to sneak it. I didn't work out until 4 p.m. on a Sunday. The schedule was all wonky because it was all hockey all afternoon and evening. So my husband and I like watched a movie in the late morning just because we weren't going to be able to watch a movie later. It was a weird day. But I did Sunday's workout after church before we went to grandmother's house for Sunday lunch. And let me tell you, usually, so Sundays were like active recovery type workouts on muscle burns fat. Usually those are the workouts that would be like, skip it. I don't need to do that, whatever. I did my first ever Beachbody guided, hey Lindsay, Beachbody guided recovery workout. So I did the day 7 of this workout, and I swear to you, by the time, I felt better afterwards. I didn't know that I felt bad to begin with, other than normal everyday wear and tear aches and pains. I always feel something, right? Something in the negative, but nothing abnormal on Sunday. And I didn't know how much better I could feel until after that recovery workout. And I didn't even notice it initially, that's the word, initially. But I noticed it more as I was getting ready for bed. I don't know what it was about my movements or whatever. I was like, I feel pretty loose today. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. And so I was like, oh, this recovery, there's something to the recovery workouts, which made me think and consider the next time I do lift 4, don't they have a whole section of recovery stretching workouts that you can do on your rest days with Joel? Maybe I should start doing those, because it made me feel really, really good. I really enjoyed the recovery workout. It was dynamic stretching, and it still challenged me a little bit, but mostly that's because of my lack of mobility is why it challenged me, but it was really nice. It was really nice. So I learned that this week, and that was a great thing. So let's see, for highs, which all the stuff we can talk about in a second that's in the title, but the scale's cooperating, measurements are cooperating, and I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. So that's an epic high. I've done a whole week of muscle burns fat. I worked out 7 days in a row, and it feels really, really good. And that's awesome too. And then there's the lows. And my low isn't even a low. My low is more of an annoyance than anything. And it is the hater I had to deal with yesterday. And it just, if you saw on Instagram, I posted a little bit of the conversation. Lissa was following the whole conversation because Lissa, discovered that the thing that the woman was making fun of me for was actually something Lissa said in her comment and not something I said in my video. And like, the absurdity. So like, it's a low because it always kind of sucks to have negative anything on your channel, but at the same time, it wasn't a low at all because I don't care. Like, you know, it's one of those things, like, I literally, the GIF, I can't mimic the GIF that I posted today with like a little follow-up, but it was like this little girl who did this and was like rolling her eyes like, you gotta be kidding me. That was totally me. That was totally me. So the spice rack is strong somewhere around here. Why, I don't even know. That's the kicker. I don't even know why, but everyone on YouTube gets the haters, and haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. And I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I am not everybody's cup of tea, but I am here for the people whose cup of tea I am, or coffee, if you will. I am like a very strong coffee, right? Not everybody likes strong coffee, and that's okay. You can have your blonde roast or your decaf or your tea. Thank you, Lindsay. I need to show these bad boys off. These, I don't know which side is better to show. This and this are from Revel's Nutcracker mystery box. This is the glitter that's like, it's not going to focus. I don't even know how to show it to you guys. But it was like this chunky glitter that's like green and silver and red and like very kind of Christmassy and nutcrackery. And I'm like, I don't know how the heck I'm going to wear this. And I finally decided I wanted to give it a try. So I wore it with something from the Nutcracker box. And then this was a freebie for Black Friday shopping, and it matched the green that was in the glitter. I don't know. I'm loving this manicure a lot more than I thought I would. I wanted to try this glitter to figure out how to use it, because I want to use every color I own. And I'm loving it. I think it's so fun. This is also my first time trying a non-glitter color. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think the technique is a little bit less forgiving. And so I need to be a little bit more perfectionistic. Is that even a word? About my non-glitter color. But I like this a lot more than I thought I would. I'm very excited about it. Still all Revel. Haven't branched into new brands yet, except for one Sparkle & Co. manicure that Molly over at Classically Molly sent me, which I really enjoyed too. How many pounds did I lose? It depends on where in my journey. At one point in time, I have lost 57 pounds. Never going back there again. Oh my gosh. Like, isn't that mind-boggling to think about? At one point, at my lowest weight, which was too skinny, and done in the, now that I think about it, I wish I could go back and look at my tracker. From years ago, from like before I was married. But I don't think Weight Watchers has, like, I don't have the capability to check my Points Plus records, right? But how cool would that be? But I would love to, I remember like my breakfast would be a cup of Cheerios. And I'm like, where's the protein? What did I eat when I was originally losing weight? I ate eggs sometimes, but like, I'm really trying to think about it. And I was very much on the I loved 100-calorie packs. I loved multigrain Cheerios dry, like not as a bowl of cereal, but like I ate them like a toddler. And what else? Fiber One bars. I still enjoy them every once in a while, but now I don't enjoy the new formula. So once I'm out of the old formula, But like, it's no wonder that I got to be so skinny. And it's no wonder, like, muscle atrophying disease aside, it's no wonder that I was so disgustingly thin. I didn't put any protein in my body. I used fat-free and sugar-free everything. It was awful. It was awful. So all that to say, 57 pounds is what I lost initially. I'm never going to see that number again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. But it's still fun to say that I did it at some point in my life. For this cut, what am I down for this cut, y'all? 2-something pounds in the last 3 weeks? That sounds right. Like 2 pounds, 1.7 pounds, almost 3 pounds. Can't remember. Something like that. I'm averaging 0.7 a week right now, which I can't even be mad about as saying it's slow weight loss, because slow weight loss, hi Javier, good to see you. Slow weight loss is like you're hanging out at a 1/4 pound or less a week for an extended period of time. So I'm not even losing slow. I'm losing at Brianna rate. But yeah, let me catch up on comments. Da 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 da. I find when I track my food, I eat less even when I'm not trying to cut. It helps me not snack. Did you know? I'm sure I've said this a million times. They taught us this in Weight Watchers training. The statistic is the simple act of writing down your food. You don't have to write down calories or servings or whatever. You just have to journal what you eat. You will statistically consume 30% less automatically just by writing down what you eat. Calories or points or whatever aside. 30% less. Can you believe that? Like, that is a significant change. So yeah, the act of simply writing it down is a very impactful way to do it. Even if you don't want to track something, it's a very good practice to adapt, even for a couple of weeks, just so you are aware. All it does is bring mindfulness to what you're actually putting in your mouth if you have to write it all down before you put it in there. You know, mindfulness is the key to all of this. There we go. My only pair of jeans fit me. Yay! I'm down about 2 pounds this past week. Calorie counting has been going well. Excellent. I started going to the Y of the community center to walk for 30 minutes, and it feels so good, Marie. I'm so proud of you. That is an amazing step. No pun intended. An amazing step for you. I love that. It blows my mind that people spend their time being rude. Oh, I know. And here's the thing, like going back on the, like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Like, I know this, and you all know this too. Like, you can't please everybody. No matter how, you will die trying to please everybody. There are people that love watching me because I don't have kids, but there are people that will condemn me because I don't have kids. There are people that will not watch me because I am open about my faith, and then there are people that will come at me because I am not the perfect Christian woman and conduct myself flawlessly and blemish-free and without sin. Spoiler alert, none of us are like that. And like all the things. All the things. People will tell me I'm eating too much and working out too hard. People will tell me I'm eating not enough and I'm doing it wrong. You can't please everybody. You can't do it. And it's crazy to me. Like, I would never. I will comment asking a question or inquiring as to if something that someone in a video states as fact is actually fact. Like, I will question if your accuracy, but I would never be like, oh, I think this person looks stupid, acts stupid, whatever the ridiculous comment is. I was come at for favoriting pens. No joke. Never mind the fact that half of my content is planner related content. This woman made fun of me for talking about pens. Mind you, I didn't actually talk about pens in the video she commented on. Lissa did. She commented on the video talking about her favorite for the month being pens. And this woman came at me about it. And she's like, not something about me not having a life because I love pens. And then when I posted that on Instagram, I can't tell you how many people commented, I have I don't feel bad, Javier. I think it's great. You do you. I'm going to do me with the kids. Like, it's great. I don't feel bad at all. I'm just saying that, like, you can't please everybody. For every person that loves that I don't have kids or doesn't care that I don't have kids, someone's going to condemn me for it. That just insert any subject matter, any topic, any nitpicky personality trait that you could possibly have. Good. I'm too positive. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing. I maybe played into the drama of commenting back and forth with this person just a little bit because I should have put a stop to it, but I'm still a little bit of a sucker for a drama every once in a while. Should I have put a stop to it and blocked her 5 comments earlier? Yes. But it was kind of fun to play for just a little bit. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm the first person to admit that. I will admit when I'm wrong. I will admit that I am not perfect. All of the things. But people are going to come at me for whatever reason. The reason you love me is the reason someone else hates me. And it just is what it is. It is what it is, and that's fine. Whatever. Yeah. I'm a sucker too, as you clearly know. Our friend last night gave me a good laugh, so that's a high. Yeah. Once you get to the point of saying, well, at least I'm not fat with 500 pig emojis, I literally saw that comment and I was like, I'm sorry, are you 5? What conversation am I talking to an adult here? That's literally what, like, I cackled. That's my favorite word lately has been cackled. And when I get a snarky comment or somebody that's just being absurd, it just makes me cackle like a goober because it's so ridiculous that you're like, I've got nothing. Like, I was grinning like a boob and cackling like a goober because I was like, really? That's the best you can do? Oh, you poor thing. And don't get me wrong. I feel sorry for this person because obviously this person has nothing better to do with their lives than troll YouTube channels and try and tear people down. Spoiler alert, you can't tear me down. You just can't, because I love you guys. I love my community and I love my YouTube channel. This isn't my life. This isn't my whole life. I have so much else happening on the other side of that door and I'm happy. I am very happy. I am currently hanging out in Florida in the dead of winter when I live in Minnesota with a man who loves me, in-laws that I adore instead of can't stand. Like, I love my in-laws, and, like, I have no complaints. I have no complaints. Life is great. So, like, you can't bring me down. I almost, like, I want to start singing Defying Gravity. Nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, ever gonna bring me down. No? Nobody? Wicked's one of my favorite musicals of all time. And that song, like Defying Gravity, was literally the theme of my senior recital in college. My senior recital was titled Defying Gravity. It's kind of my theme song. Some issues at work, mainly issues working with my mom, which was to be expected. Sunday was rough, and the cupcake I had yesterday was disappointing. That is the worst. When you have something that you think is going to be delicious and it's just not as good. That's a bummer. Lo was realizing I gained almost 9 pounds in 2 weeks. Pretty sure it's a new med because I wasn't overdoing food. And the day after I went down 4.2 pounds. Yeah, if you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are not overeating gluttonously, then it is not the fault of your food that you gained 9 pounds in 2 weeks. It's not. But remember, keep in mind, showing you this, I don't know why, the gallon of water that I eat every day, remember how much weight I gain in water every single day because I consume it, is 8 pounds every single day, right? So there's obviously something else at work there, but I'm glad some of it's coming down because most importantly, that's probably just not comfortable, right? If you go up that quickly, that means your body is changing and probably bloating in some way that is not comfortable. So I'm glad it's starting to come back off, Rosie. I can look at mine. I use Spark People. I don't remember my Spark People login. Before I ever did Weight Watchers in the beginning of college, I had a Spark People account. I did. I don't remember the username. I don't remember the login information. I don't remember any of it. And I wish I did. I really do. And then halfway through college is when I started Weight Watchers. I was on Classic Points for a hot second with like the little slider, and then they switched to Points Plus, and the rest is history. That would be so awesome. Have a photo of my trackers when I was on Momentum. Yep. The Aldi Fiber One bars are pretty tasty, and they're still the 90 calorie, right? I believe Aldi still has the 90 calorie. I haven't needed any. We've got plenty of other stuff in this house to eat. The moment you realize you have to keep eating the food you ate while you were in weight loss mode, I know. And that's what they don't prepare you for. They don't prepare you for, like, if you do the crazy crash diet and eat as little as possible, your body's going to be shocked as heck when you're like, hey, I'm at goal. I can eat food again. No, you can't. No, you can't. So it's much better to slow your roll, eat the good nutritious foods, and have a little bit of fun as well. But make everything happen at a slower pace that is sustainable and consistent and allows you to lose and actually keep the weight off instead of rapidly losing it only to gain it back faster. That's my compromise right now. Not tracking, but writing everything down in a planner. I love that compromise for you, Rosie. That makes so much sense. I love that choice you've made. I lost. The best thing is, even when I pointed it out, it went way over her head. Yeah, Lissa commented back. I told her that this was happening, and Lissa's like, oh, I think she's actually yelling at me. And so she commented back to clarify to this woman that I didn't talk about pens, and this woman just kept coming at me. She kept coming at me. Pam, good to see you. And Bonnie, I see Bonnie's here. Are you the Bonnie that I exchanged emails with this morning? I would love to know. I give anyone credit that starts a YouTube channel. You have to be thick-skinned to take what's thrown at you. It's no joke. And the problem is, the more popular you get, the more you have to deal with this crap. It just is what it is. And that's a part of me is like this woman also made fun of me. She's like, your views are so low, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? Lower views means I have to deal with less psychopaths like you. Honestly. Like, I was like, you know what? Because there's the whole new levels, new devils thing. And I'm like, I'm here for the new levels and all of the good stuff that it contains. But at some point, the good stuff and the bad stuff are going to catch up with one another. And it's going to make it a lot harder to want to continue to do this. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this because I have content out there that helps people. And I love that it helps people. And I have this little community of people that show up for me on a weekly basis, and we sit and we talk and we have a good time. And I love you guys. You make the job worth doing. Psychos, on the other hand, do not. But I don't think we're anywhere close to them being alarming enough to dissuade me completely. Sometimes I say something that would sound better if I was speaking versus writing. I try to catch it and reword it. Doesn't always work. I try not to be intentionally mean. I know you do, Marie. Love Wicked. Oh, I've seen Wicked 7 times, y'all. My wife tells me I'm a special person. Javier, you are a special person. I don't know if you're even still here, but you are a special person. And I love that you show up to my live streams every single week. I love that. For those of you who don't know, Javier is a fellow CMTer like me, which is how he found me. Another high, I switched up my morning routine and I got to have coffee twice this week. Yay! I used to have a Spark Teen account. I didn't even know that was a thing. I wouldn't recommend them if they weren't. High is doing 10 rounds yesterday with my new Fitbit. Looking down to see epic heart rates is so motivating. Yes, Rosie, yes, it is. And that's what got me psyched up about Muscle Burns Fat. When I did the trial workout for that, I saw heart rates that I've never seen on the Apple Watch before. And I was like, holy cow! Like, this is out of control awesome. And the same thing happens, like, obviously over time, your body adjusts to the workouts. Like, Lift 4 was much more intense for me at the beginning. And as my body got used to the movements, it became less alarmingly difficult, you know? And, but the high heart rates, definitely motivating, 100%. Oh, you are. Good. I'm glad it was you. I thought it might be, but I wanted to confirm. I was just thinking that I feel bad when trolls are attacking others. Trolls are awful. The spice rack, I tell you what. And for those of you that don't know, Lissa also gets credit for coining it the spice rack. That's what we call my trolls. the spice rack because of, does anybody remember Oregano Lady? Does anybody remember her? I don't remember which lady she was, but Oregano Lady came in to our live stream one day months ago, and made a splash. She was one of those that was like, leading you to believe she was actually here for the conversation. Like, she started to talk about diet and whatever, but then she started to lose her. You have Oregano Lady Day in your calendar. When did she come? March 24th, almost a year. It's been almost a year since Oregano Lady happened. Oh my gosh. And so she comes in and she starts talking about her diet and how her diet is just, I don't eat anything. And then I drink water with oregano in it. No joke. No joke. And I'm like, well, that's a horrible idea. Like, at first I'm like, well, that's dumb. Like, why would you do that? And like, because some people come in and are like, I do this, you know, and I'm like, no, this is probably the more nutritious way. I wouldn't advise that approach, whatever. And then she brings up, she goes, oh yeah, that it's the same sort of diet that they did in Germany. That's why you don't see any fat Nazis. And I was like, and we're done here. Like she was just sitting there waiting to drop the Nazi bomb on us. And I'm like, no. And so we've called her Oregano Lady, right? And then I think Sarah actually gets credit with another time a troll came in. She goes, oh, we have an oregano. We have an oregano. So we've been referencing Oregano Lady for all the trolls. And then not too long ago, Lissa called it the spice rack. And I just thought it was hilarious. So whenever we're talking about the spice rack and it's not a conversation about like Trader Joe's everything bagel seasoning or onion salt, we're talking about trolls. Just so you know. And those of you that are here now are privy to that information, that the Spice Rack is our personal little troll community. So we see you, Spice Rack. We see you. And we're keeping our eyes out for you. March 24th. That is so funny that you wrote that down. That is so funny. So, I'm like, I should go through the title. Haters, Hormones, and Other Hodgepodge. It was in a comment that nobody in the concentration camps was overweight. Yeah, like, it was something that, like, plummeted from totally unreasonable to absolutely unacceptable in 2.5 seconds. And, like, usually those comments are dudes that come through and start talking about private parts or sex positions or something like that. No, this person just, like, took the dream too far in one sentence. And we were like, no, peace, out, done. Because I like to give people a chance to either make up their own minds to not say something stupid or just to go away. Like, sometimes people come in and then you kind of look at them and go, I'm not sure about you, and then they kind of fizzle out and go away because they're just trolling whoever's live at the moment. I don't know how you find that. I have no idea. But I'm sure there's a page somewhere on YouTube that's like, who's live right now? And you can just kind of pop in, right? Which I'm sure is how these people find me. And at least the Tuesday night folks, right? And I don't even know, but I was like, so sometimes I just let them try and go away. But if it gets out of control, we will block you. That's why I have people with wrenches next to their name. Don't be an oregano lady. Don't be an oregano lady with like a cute little oregano leaf or something. Don't be an oregano lady. I don't know if it'd sell, but it'd be funny. It's true. Didn't we have someone not too long ago who lasted for weeks before I finally had to kick them out? Yes. We had somebody who came back and was talking about being on the National Guard and told the same story every single week, like he or she wanted head pats for doing the National Guard thing. And I gave this person head pats the first week, but if you keep bringing it back, I'm not going to, like, praise me, love me. No. Grow up. Be proud of yourself. And then eventually this person just, again, took the dream too far. I'll let you hang around if you're not totally unreasonable. But Lissa had apparently finally had enough and blocked her, which was good because I think I was about to. Because I let the wrenches. I'm gonna call y'all the wrenches. I let the wrenches manage the chat first. But if I don't see that it's getting taken care of, I'll take care of it myself. And I was 2 seconds away from doing it myself when someone else took care of it. Yeah, so this person was there for a couple weeks before we kicked her out. I'm presuming it's a her. It could have been a him. I don't actually know. Anyway, haters, check. Hormones. I am on magnesium. I am on zinc. And Lakin, hey, how's the content planning going? You guys, you know that content planner that I've had on my power sheets to set up for 2 months now? Because I was certain that it would be in my hands by, weeks ago, right? We got to because I'm saying Lakin as well. The same day, we've been griping about this on Instagram together for weeks, and I'm not exaggerating, weeks. I got a shipping notification, and I was like, praise Jesus. My content planner is finally going to show up, and it's going to be great. This week is supposed to be my batch week. It's not my batch week. I'm waiting. My mother-in-law is going to be out of town next week, so I bumped batch week. I don't know what's going to happen. So, the timing hopefully will actually work out really well. But I'm like, good. It's shipped. This was last Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that, right? It was supposed to be delivered today. So I've been checking the UPS notification all week. Label has been created, waiting for UPS to pick it up. Every day. This morning, I looked. Waiting for UPS to pick it up. I was like, well, that's funny because it's supposed to be at my door by the end of the day today, according to the UPS scheduled delivery thing. I gave up on that around 4 p.m. I was like, because you know how sometimes scanning doesn't happen and your packages kind of seem to fall into a void and then it manages to end up on your doorstep anyway in 2 days and you're like, I didn't even know you got shipped. I was hoping that was going to happen to me today. At 5:50 p.m., I get a notification that it was picked up from the warehouse in Ontario, Canada. I was like, God, at this point, I just throw up my hands and laugh because I'm like, what the hell? What else am I supposed to do? I'm like, all I want is my dumb planner so I can make things pretty and plan out my content and have it be okay. And I was very excited about my content planner. And now I am just so frustrated that I'm going to use it because I want to have the device to use. I'm ready to use it. But exactly, Lakin has just said what I'm thinking. I'm excited to get it, but I'm also going to have very negative emotions every time I look at it because I'm like, I should have had this thing in my hand months ago. It was supposed to ship in November, you guys. November. Oh, so that's why she asked me about the content planning, because we've been waiting on these freaking planners forever. Literally forever. And it's so frustrating. Yes, Lissa, this week was supposed to be batch week. I originally planned for this week to be batch week, and that's why the book club meeting is next week. However, due to the fact that I have no freaking idea what I'm going to film anyway, that's literally where I'm at. I don't even know how to say, I'm balancing, and as I posted on Instagram the other day, I'm thoroughly working on embracing this season of rest, right? Because you guys, thank you to you guys who were here last week who helped me realize, you're in a situation where you can actually rest and relax. Why pressure yourself to get up early and do, just embrace the rest. And the borders are bad, but it isn't that bad. It didn't even leave the warehouse. It's not like UPS had it and it's been sitting at the border for a week. No, they made the shipping label and then didn't put the freaking box in a truck. That's what happened. I was like, freaking. Anyway, so I was like, I don't even know I have no idea what I want to talk about when I film because all of my stuff lately has been hit or miss. Things I think are going to do well, don't. Things I don't think are going to do well, do exceptionally well. My laundry video, y'all, my laundry stripping video from last March is one of my most popular videos. People are real judgy about how other people do laundry too, which is fascinating to know. And it's a topic for another time, but for real, stuff that I'm just going to throw this up here because I'm doing this for fun and I was going to do it anyway. Why not put it on film? One of my most popular videos. And I thought it was a total throwaway video. Videos that I actually think people are going to care about, they don't. So, I know. I think you missed my whole rant about haters and the one I had to deal with yesterday. People. But, long story short, not having a clue what I want to film anyway, not having my content plan, I literally was like, I'm going to wait until my content planner is here, because it's supposed to be here to, like, I was hoping it would come early. Joke's on me. Like, show up yesterday so I could use it on planning day to plan my content. And of course it didn't. And I just don't know what I want to film about anyway. And part of me at the moment doesn't really care. I'm doing the vlogs every week, which is fine. Like, I just edited the vlog that's going to go up on Thursday. So that's ready to go. No problem. But, so I was like, and then I realized my mother-in-law is leaving. She's going to Nashville for a week, which means my father-in-law will be here. Eric and I have the next 2 weekends alone because my father-in-law will be flying my mother-in-law to Nashville. And then she will be there for the week. My father-in-law doesn't get home till late and is always gone before we leave, right? So I basically, and my husband is in my sister-in-law's bedroom, which is his office, all day. Literally all day. So I have the entire house to myself to film in and move about and make noise in as I please, with nobody to blame for outside noise other than myself. Which I was like, that's just a better filming circumstance for me. So I'm going to bump it to next week. I made that decision. No problem. Easy peasy. And then, of course, when I realized, I'm like, of course I have book club next week. Of course I do. Of course. But one of the things I'm thinking about doing in terms of content, since y'all are here and you can give me feedback, one of the things that's not doing nearly as well that I'm not sure is worth the effort are the Friday 5 videos. I really wanted to keep those up, but they are not getting the traction that make them worth doing on a weekly basis. So I'm thinking that there are some people that like them, but then the views are very, very few compared to my other stuff. And, but I don't want to eliminate it completely, but I also don't want to force myself to do 4 or 5 more videos a month, even though they're short, if nobody's going to watch them. So I think they might be like either impromptu videos, or maybe every once in a while I'll do them, or can you make them blog posts? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know what I haven't touched on in a really long time because Amanda told me not to? My blog, or Reels. So are those like a thing that act like, I find some of them slightly infuriating. Reels. Like, you know, the thing on Instagram that everybody's posting right now, and it's usually someone like dancing like this, and they like have like words pop up around them, but the dance doesn't actually make sense. I'm less angry about reels where people are dancing and then like they point to where the words are, but there are literally people that just dance and have words that mean nothing to like, I'm like, this is stupid. But then I also see reels that make a lot of sense. Like this morning, Amanda did one that's like a quick glimpse at her morning because she opened her content badging bootcamp today. And it was like, oh, she got up, she got dressed, and it was cute, and I liked it. And there are some that are super informative. But I tried to make a reel once, and I couldn't figure out how to get the words to pop up at the right times. Like, editing it made me feel like a fool. I'm like, I freaking know how to use Final Cut, and I can't figure out how to use the 1 minute clip thing on Instagram. What is wrong with me? So I've never taken the deep dive into them. But if they would be good as reels, and actually, Lakin, now that you say that, they would be good as reels. Especially the ones where I just literally am like saying thing number 1, and then I switch the angle, and then I switch the angle. That would actually be a really solid reel because it's super simple. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you. You're an excellent person to, that would be great. Please send that to me. That would be great. You're an excellent person to bounce ideas off. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on comments, y'all. I'm still up at Lakin's It's Finally Moving. Let me find what's happening. There have been a lot of issues with border crossings. A lot of people who ordered Happy Planner stuff had the products returned to sender. Interesting. It's probably right near me. I should have just had Sarah go and pick it up for me and have her send it to me. That would have been, that would have been. You have hope. I still got my packages today. Yes, I have hope now. Now that it's in the hands of UPS, I can at least keep track of the stupid thing. But like, I got the notification. I started using the app Shop. Have you ever heard of that app? Like, sometimes when you get shipping notifications, like, you can track your order with Shop or with Route. I finally downloaded Shop because I was so angry about this stupid content planner. I'm like, I want anything that can give me a notification about where this dumb thing is to give me a notification. And so I downloaded Shop just for this content planner. And I had given up hope. I started like doing something else, and my watch went off and said, your content planner is in transit. Like, that's kind of what I felt like doing. Oh my gosh. I hope someone got that reference. Not sure it'll be in the batch next month, but a Friday Fives or favorite Easter songs would be fun. Oh, that would be interesting. Okay. Did you ask your followers what you should video? I ask people constantly, and sometimes I get answers, and sometimes it's radio silence. It's very interesting to me. Like, I just asked today. I swear I did, right? I swear I did. I put up a question box that said, what should my next Let's Chat video be about, right? I swear I put it up there. And halfway through the day today, I think I had one response. One. Out of the hundreds of people that see my stories. So I'm like, if y'all don't want to give me feedback, that's fine. And I do have a running list of things that people have suggested in the past. I do have that, and I was actually looking through that today. I get answers of stuff I'm not going to do. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So, and some of it is, yeah. And like, there's like, some people still ask me about like low point things, not thinking about the fact that I don't even do Weight Watchers anymore, y'all. Why do you think I'm going to do a video about low point foods when low point foods are irrelevant to me? You know? Like, not totally irrelevant, but like, I don't have to look at nutrition information and try and pick the lowest point option anymore. I look at the calories, I make sure it's a nutritious choice about 80% of the time, and it's great. That's why I'm a fan of calorie and macro counting right now. Because I don't have to look at the points. And my mother-in-law is working on the green plan, and everybody at my parents' house is currently working through Weight Watcher stuff, so I still speak points. But in terms of making my content around it, I'm not going to sit there and be like, let me find the newest foods that are the lowest points when it would not benefit me in any way, shape, or form. Like, this is information I do not need. I want to share information with you that is relevant to my current season of life and also could help you, you know? One thing I do want to do, I'm going to do a video on the secondary metric feature of iTrackBites. Because iTrackBites wants me to, one. And two, there's a lot of information that I've gotten about the secondary metric feature that needs to be in a concise, informative video. Technically, that is related to points. The most important part of information is related to being on a Bites plan. But it is still relevant to me because secondary metric feature is something I use daily, and iTrackBites is what I use every single day. But I try to get feedback, and I am always open to hearing ideas. Will I create a video out of every suggestion I get? No. Like Lakin said, or it's something I'm not going to do, and that's fine. But I like to figure out where my followers are at, what they want from me at any one given time. And the problem is, one of the ways that you are supposed to be able to tell this information is by looking at your YouTube analytics. And usually the subject matter of your YouTube analytics, like they have like your top 10 or 20 videos of the current period of time, that should tell you what they are, how they're doing, what they are. Hang on, I'm pulling it up so I can tell you guys. Right now, this period of time, which is the last 28 days, y'all. The last 28 days. The #1 video is my life after getting my IUD removed, which was another completely random video that I was like, this is information that I'm experiencing in real time. Let me record it and put it out there in case it helps somebody. My top viewed video right now. IUD video. The new Weight Watchers plans from October 2019. The Quarren Clean video of me stripping laundry. 6 free apps for weight loss, which people really like to gripe at me about saying they're not free when they are just paid for the pro versions. My child free by choice Q&A. Welcome back to weight loss mode, which makes sense. The number one reason you're not losing weight on Weight Watchers Freestyle. Spoiler alert, Weight Watchers Freestyle technically doesn't exist anymore. The new iTrack Bites plans explained ways to eat more protein. Welcome back to weight loss mode. My top videos are about IUD, the new old Weight Watchers plans, laundry, being child-free by choice. How am I supposed to pick a theme from that? Like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I understand how this would help a lot of people. This does not help me. So, like, because I can't go and be like Life After Marina Part 2, although I really could, based on the crazy hormone thing I'm going through now. By the way, maybe another high protein food video. Yes. Wasn't it you that suggested I do a protein bar video or something like that? I'm pretty sure that was you. And that is on my list of things to do. High calorie point foods that are worth it. Oh, that's a good one. Wait, I need to go to the room of requirement and get a piece of paper. Here we go. Here we go. Selfish. Hey man, I'm here for it. If I help a friend in the process, I'm here for it because that is something that also people will want to know about. So we have another, you want high protein bars specifically? Like you want my favorite bars? Is that what you're looking for, Lakin? Protein bars. High calorie foods that are worth eating. That's a good one. Calorie. I am so behind in the comments. Foods. Worth it. Don't point at words. I just saw your comments, Sarah. Yeah. Worth it. Ari, the book club. The ebook I borrowed from the library got deleted. Oh no. Shoot, I lost it. I lost it. Ah, I finally just ordered the dang thing. It is a good book. It is a book worth having. I do have it linked down below, lest it come up. It is The Lazy Genius Way. I just finished it and I loved it. I really, really loved it. It was a great book. I'm looking forward to the discussion this month. A lot of reels are dumb and seem strictly attention-seeking. No offense to those that love them. I've actually considered taking some of your Friday 5 and doing my own list on the blog. None of them have quite sparked anything for me yet. I meant to comment. I loved the how I plan video. Maybe how I use my Google Cal. How I plan. Oh, and I you guys are helping me brainstorm in real time here. Which is super helpful because I don't know what I want to film next week. So this will help. So, and Dana asked a really good question about what I want my channel to be known for. I want my channel to be known for being an impactful and empowering place that people come to and leave feeling better or having been informed about something. Like, the thing is, like, the thing that grabbed hold way back when was Weight Watchers. That's the thing that grabbed hold. But the problem is, and I've gotten this feedback, and that from some people, like they left when I left Weight Watchers, or they left when I started incorporating more planning content or incorporating whatever else content, right? But the problem is, I have such a hard time with the one niche because I'm so much more than that one thing. And the health and nutrition thing, which is different from Weight Watchers, because you can do Weight Watchers and track all the points right and still be relatively unhealthy if you think about it. I'm more into the nutritional side of things. I want to fuel my body well and with the right foods and try and lose a little bit of weight in the process. That is the goal for me personally. But in order to get the full effect of who I am and the personality behind Diva and the Divine, it's not just food or fitness. It is, I am a Christian woman who is a child-free homemaker trying to help educate and inspire people to live their healthiest and happiest lives. That is what I want to be known for. And so it doesn't pigeonhole me into just one thing, you know, but like I have a handful of buckets. Like I don't have 5 billion buckets, but I'm child-free. I'm a homemaker. I've weight loss, health and nutrition, fitness. I don't know how many buckets you want to put that in, right? Food, fitness, faith is important. There's a reason my name is Diva and the Divine, right? And I'm also a girly girl who likes girly girl type of things, and people like will ask like, what's your makeup today? What's this? What's that? And I like to share that stuff too. So what do I want? I want to be known for leaving a positive impact. I want to be known for making a difference. And my goal for every video that I put out is for it to positively impact one person. That is my goal, regardless of what the video is. And that's why, like, my CMT story, one of my favorite videos I've ever put out, because it's reaching people with CMT. And it has resulted in like phone calls to my mother from parents who also have a child with infant onset CMT. Like, they reach out to me and they're like, I would love to talk to you a little bit more. And I told my mom about it, and my mom's like, well, if they want to talk to a parent who's been through it, have them reach out to me. And so like I've connected with people from that one video I put out. The Mirena videos that I've put out have been helping people decide either to get it, to not get it, to tell them that there's symptoms that they're experiencing they're not alone with, and their doctors aren't believing them when they say these have these symptoms, but then they find this video of me talking about it and they go, oh wait, I'm not alone. Super helpful information. Like, so regardless of what the theme of the video is, I wanted to impact somebody in a positive way, right? Which is why trolls are even more infuriating, because my goal in sharing anything with you guys is to leave you feeling better than when you got here, or more informed than when you got here, and motivated to take a positive action in some way. You know? That's the goal. That was a lengthy explanation to Dana's question. Better to write for yourself and have no public than to write for the public and have no self. Interesting. High calorie, high point foods that are worth it based on nutrition and taste-based faith content during Lent. Faith content. What kind of faith content, though? Because, like, it's so hard to be, like, I know there are people out there that'll, like, share their Bible studies and this and that. I literally just use the She Reads Truth devotionals. That's what I do, and I have a journal. Sometimes I journal to myself, and sometimes my journaling in the morning turns into a prayer journal. And it's literally, like, Dear God, and it's a letter to God, and it's my prayer on paper. And that's it. It's nothing crazy complicated or overtly, like, enlightening or anything. It's just my quiet time with God, guided by the She Reads Truth books right now. I forgot that was fizzy. Oh, this one's Waterloo. This one's regular water. I thought I picked up the regular water one. Your content is very different from all vloggers I follow. I feel like your content is more of a variety channel where the others are narrowed down to just a few topics over and over. And I totally get that. But there's also, like, I follow some people like that as well. I follow a lot of the people in the Weight Watchers community. The problem is there comes a point where, like, there's been some people that I'd see what video they uploaded and I'm like, didn't they upload that video a couple months ago and just title it a little differently? Like, there are only so many best, 15 best diet tips or whatever. Like, it's about so much more than that. It's about so much more. And that's what it is. Because, like, then what happens? Let's say I pigeonhole myself back into weight loss exclusively, right? And I talk about weight loss and my journey to goal exclusively. That my meals, my trackers, my Thursday vlogs, but, like, that's my content. What happens when I hit goal? What happens when I'm not trying to lose weight anymore? What happens? Like, that's the problem. What happens then? And so I want content to create that's going to be evergreen, but in real time. I don't want to, once I'm at goal, whatever goal ends up being, I don't even know what my goal weight is, you guys. I don't even know, because my body is changing, and my body is changing in ways I never thought possible. And that is so much more exciting than the number on the scale. That is so much more exciting, like, just yesterday, like, my husband was flexing his arms, feeling himself, and I kind of chuckled at him, and I was like, look, I can flex too, and I flexed my shoulders, and he came over and, like, was feeling my shoulders. He's like, yeah, you're getting more, because, like, like, my cap, and, like, look at that, I have more caps than I did before. And then I cannot flex on my own. There's something about, like, I need the resistance pulling back. I can't flex my bicep on my own. But if my husband puts his arm here and I pull against it, I can flex my bicep. And he was feeling my bicep and he's like, he's like, you have more than you had before. and like it's been constantly growing. And so like after that I was like, just number on the scale be darned. Like I have muscle. So I have no idea what my body's gonna look like. I have no idea what my goal weight's gonna be. I don't know any of it. So it's really hard for me to be like, I have a goal weight of X. And to get to that goal weight, I have to exclusively eat this many points and this many this, and just, you guys are living my life experiment. That's what my channel is. It is me stumbling my way through my life with a disability, trying to be the healthiest I can be, navigating a disease that has me like currently in this current season, I am tired. I am always tired. I didn't go to sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning last night because I could not fall asleep. I was in bed at 11:30 and I couldn't fall asleep. It was awful. It was awful. And so today I'm exhausted. I'm utterly exhausted. And that's just life. That's just life, you know? And so what I'm trying to share with you is things that I'm learning in real time that help me, like nutrition content, stuff I'm actually learning because I have my nutrition coaching certification now. If you haven't done this, why goal weight doesn't matter. That's a good one. Thank you, Rosie. Yes. You all are just the best. You know that? I didn't plan on this becoming a massive brainstorming session tonight, but you all are troopers for coming along with me for the ride. Truly. I appreciate that so very much. If you all have any questions about anything that you want me to address this evening, we still have half an hour, so lay them on me. Let me catch up on comments because I'm real behind. And I know you did your AM winter skincare routine. There should be a summer version. Yes. I feel like I've been enjoying the book and have made several small changes. The book is so good. It is so good. I love it so much. How to get calorie point refunds for the ones that aren't good. It's the worst when that happens. It really is. How to read nutrition label. Like what's important. Nutrition label. What's important. Oh, before I forget, y'all, down below, you see the link to The Lazy Genius in case us talking about it sparked your interest. But the second link is a link to a mailing list if you are interested. Susan, good to see you. You didn't miss everything. You did not miss anything. They're currently helping me brainstorm content ideas because I don't freaking know what I want to film this month. And everyone's being a real trooper coming up with ideas and things and like just letting me kind of word vomit my what I want my channel to be and this and that. We talked about the epic hater that I had to deal with yesterday. What else did we talk about, y'all? That pretty much covers it. I griped and moaned about my content planner and how it's not here yet. What was I going to say? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say because I saw Susan come on. Shoot. I don't remember. I don't remember. Isn't that one of the reasons your husband helped you come up with Diva and the Divine because you didn't want to be boxed in? That is exactly why. Because I was like, I don't want to be just this person. I don't want to be the beauty channel, or I don't want to be like, I want to be able to talk about whatever I want. And if God comes up, I don't want people to be surprised by it. Like, it shouldn't matter. But like the fact that Divine is in, thank you, Marie. Thank you. If you want information on coaching, there's an email list for that now. And it's down below. This is exclusively, I've titled this my Coaching 411 email list. The only emails that you will get from this are updates on coaching. As of right now, my husband and I decided together that it is in the best interest of the internet bandwidth and my ability to focus that we wait to launch coaching until we're back home, which in theory means an April 1st launch. We are in Florida probably for at least another couple weeks, and we might stay through the end of March, but I'm going to roughly, with no certainty, I will absolutely certainly launch in April, 100%. I don't know the exact date yet. because that will be determined by when we get home. But I literally, he was doing a very important work call yesterday, or the other day, yesterday. It was just yesterday. And I turned on the workout and he's like, it messed up my internet. I need you to be off the internet from this time to this time and this time to this time. Don't stream anything or upload anything or do anything like that. And I was like, well, that pretty much answers my question of, can you and I both handle being on Zoom calls on the same internet? And the answer is no. And because his job pays all the bills, he gets internet priority. And I'm like, that's fine. That means I can use the month of March to solidify things, get up the hype, all that jazz. But April is when it's happening. All that to say, if you want information and to know when things launch, because especially if you're interested in the monthly all access pass stuff, I'm only going to have a couple of those slots open. The first people to know when coaching launches will be the people who are on that email list. So if you're interested in getting coaching information, sign up to that list down below. Thank you for reminding me where I was. A self-help book review, one of the best ones of the year, or something like that. That's good too. Came for the Weight Watchers info, stayed, and happier with all the rest. Thank you, Marie. And that is what a lot of people have done. Many people found me because of Weight Watchers content, but I love that there are so many people that have stuck around because of me and not necessarily just because of the Weight Watchers content. Good night, Lakin. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you coming. Ashley, hey, good to see you. Even the Divine's daily logs are some sort of wordplay. To be honest, I came for the Weight Watchers info, but got burnt out on strictly health and weight loss content. I like the variety of mixing some other lifestyle stuff in, favorites, vlogs, beauty, etc. This makes me happy. I just found all these comments. Same Marie, I found Brie when searching for Weight Watchers and stayed. I'm long past the IUD stage in life. Love it. Love it. Like I said, that video was a total crapshoot. I was like, I'm just going to record it and throw it up. And it just happened to be a hit. I get comments on it literally every single day. Every day. I came for your Weight Watchers Rebel video. I love that there was someone out there who didn't worship every aspect of the Weight Watchers cult-like community. And now you can't get rid of me. How do you use them? What's your routine? How do you guide that time? Okay, I see. I'm trying this watermelon mint seltzer. Pretty good. I'm a weirdo who didn't like Weight Watchers meetings because they seem to be reruns after a while. Yeah. And yeah. And I just, it's less to me about the meetings. Like, I get it. You kind of eventually have to broach the same subjects over and over and over again, which is why I like creating YouTube videos, because, like, I can make one video about one topic, and you can watch it over and over and over again, and I don't have to touch it ever again if I don't want to. Some topics I do, because uploading something new and fresh is exciting for people, but sometimes I don't have to do that. Like, I'm not going to publish anything else about my IUDs because I'm not ever going to have one ever again. So it's those 2 videos. Done. That's the series. That's it. Yeah. But I love that y'all stuck around beyond the Weight Watchers content. That makes me so happy. I remember you struggling with what happens with content when you reach goal thing a while back and wondering if that's something that was holding you back. You did say that. You did. And now it's completely irrelevant. All that to say, I never even I'm all over, y'all. I've only had I didn't have any extra caffeine today either. And I deliberately, because I slept so poorly last night, I had my 1.5 cups of coffee this morning. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not taking any pre-workout. No matter how tired I get in the afternoon, I am not going to drink anything caffeinated. I'm just going to power through. And if I crash and burn, I crash and burn. So I don't know if, like, my brain is not going like all the things all at once. Let me catch up on the things, on the comments. I'm almost there. I thought. Meetings get repetitive. Following along with your journey is great. Feels like we're all in it together. I know this isn't about just about who I follow, but most, if not all that I follow, don't even talk about being at goal. They're wanting to be healthy. Good. That's how it should be. If you haven't done this, why weight goal doesn't matter. I did suggest educating on diet weight loss myths. Yes. I got a couple of weight loss myths. I need to write that down again just to make sure. Weight loss myths. I do have screenshots that I would have found eventually with all the answers. Getting through the day with long-lasting fatigue. Ooh. If I figure that one out, I'll let you guys know. Tell you what. There are some days I feel like I'm a champion, and there are other days that I'm just like, All caffeine does is make me jittery and give me a headache some days. Like, I can't win. Okay, I'm done. Rosie has a good brain. Sorry about your haters. Seems like that was a theme. Yep. Geez, can't seem to type tonight. Meant sorry about your hater. It seemed to be a lot going on with other channels this week. What's wrong with people? Oh, really? People are bored and sad and miserable with their own little lives. And so they think that they can come on here and tear us down. And for some people that probably works, but like, you sit there and you be a deliberate bully on my channel, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs and hang out with people that actually care about me and know my heart, and I'm happy. Like, that's just the thing. Like, people seem to think that the comments on YouTube are what either breathe life into you or completely tear you down. And don't get me wrong, there are some times that, like, it makes me angry and kind of makes me want to engage in drama a little bit. And last night I did engage in drama a little bit. But, like, the thoughts of strangers on the internet are not... First of all, other people's opinions of me are none of my business. So it's fine. You can think what you want about me. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Right? Good, bad, or otherwise. It has nothing to do with me. Your opinion of me is none of my business. Secondly, my happiness is not tied to the comments on my YouTube channel. If you think that bullying me is going to tear me down and wreck my attitude in my day, you would be sadly mistaken, because I am a very happy and content with life individual, regardless of what the YouTubes try and tell me, right? Like, if I decided not to YouTube anymore and I decided to just do nutrition coaching and or legit dive into full-time housewife, I could still be content and fulfilled, you know? It's just... like, and it is sad to me that, like, I don't feel sad for myself. I feel sad for the people that think that their words have that kind of power and that they need to do that to feel better. I'm sorry that you're so sad that you feel the need to tear down other people. I just don't get it. I found you through Weight Watchers too, but I'm glad I fell in love with your... I'm at goal, but I fell in love with your channel. So honest, so refreshing, so different, and so much different content. I love you talk about everything and anything and everything. Thank you, Susan. It was such a rough night. I went to bed at 10. I put on my eye mask and couldn't do anything. My brain wouldn't shut off. Yeah. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. I don't know why I couldn't fall asleep. It was ridiculous. It was awful. But that's important too. You can share your strategies and discuss that. Going back to the idea that we aren't alone. Yeah, for sure. I miss these chats on Tuesday nights. I need to get back in the habit of popping on. This is a great community. I would love to have you back. And, like, the community comes and it goes. I was exhausted today, too. So lethargic. What was with today? Weird. And I know a lot of you are bogged down with the winterness. I don't have that as an excuse. There's something... I'm convinced there's something about Florida that just turns my dial down. And I don't know if it's just, like... here is not home, so my subconscious is just like, you're on vacation. Because normally when I'm here, I'm on vacation, right? And I've been here since the beginning of December. Like, or I guess since December 8th, so almost the beginning of December. Weird. All of us were up. Our community brain must have been active last night, keeping everybody awake. I ended up having to go and take Benadryl. And then I went... So, obviously, my sister-in-law's bedroom has a bed in it, too. And our bed in our room is so not the Tempur-Pedic bed we have at home. Not to sound like a total spoiled brat, but we will never go back to, like, the Tempur-Pedic is... because my husband moves a lot when he sleeps. And so the lack of motion transfer is very important and has been a game changer. And so there have been plenty of nights that he's either restless and he will go sleep in the other bedroom, or on a handful of occasions I have left because he's fallen asleep and I can't fall asleep and I've gone into the other bedroom. Last night was one of those nights. Once I picked up my phone and saw it was 1:44 in the morning and I hadn't fallen asleep yet. This means I was in bed for over 2 hours, not able to fall asleep. I was like, screw it. I grabbed my blanket, I grabbed my pillow because I sleep with an extra heavy blanket on, so I grabbed like the blanket that's just mine, and the pillow, and my phone, and I went over to the other bedroom, and I took Benadryl, and I fell asleep eventually, right? 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, it starts raining hard. In the bathroom in Kristen's bedroom, there is a sunroof, like a skylight. All of the water from the drain hits the skylight. I was woken up to, like, it literally sounds like someone's shooting at you, or a bombing is happening, or your house is about to explode or something. I woke up to that from a deep Benadryl-induced sleep less than 2 hours after I had fallen asleep, right? And it was to the point, like, I got shaken awake by the sound, opened my eyes, and because I was in the different bedroom, I didn't know where I was. Like, it took me a solid 5 seconds to be like, oh, I'm not dying. I'm not in some weird place. This is just Kristen's bedroom. Hi, Lori. I'm glad you stopped in. It was awful. It was so, like, if you're not expecting that, that's a terrifying thing to wake up to in the middle of the night. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. So yeah, exhausted. I ended up sleeping in until, like, I guess my husband probably slept in late too, or just knew that I was in here, so he did everything possible to stay out of the room until he needed to be in there. I didn't get out of bed till after 8:30. And I don't even feel bad about it because of what we discussed last week, and also I didn't go to bed till 2. Oh, such amazing community. Need to get on more regularly. Always so positive and supportive. I think it was really hard. It would be really hard to have it not feel like vacation. It is really hard. But I'm embracing the whole rest thing. And I'm still, like, it's not like I'm not doing anything. My mother-in-law even made this comment because she saw my post and she's like, I'm glad that you've made this decision to kind of guilt-free relax a little bit, because I have been relaxing. I've been hanging out with her. So, like, we've been watching Friends and watching Smash, and when it's sunny outside, we'll go and lay out by the pool, and I've been in the pool a couple of times, and, like, so, like, treating it like it's a break from my real life, because it is. And but so I'm like, I need to, slow down. And now that I know the coaching isn't launching until April, like, I don't have to panic about anything. And she's like, you still do an awful lot for saying you're not going to do much while you're here. And, like, she's like, you still do plenty. I cook all of the meals. I cook all of the meals that we eat here, all the dinners. And which is fine. I'm here for it. They're fronting for most of the groceries, and I want to be able to nourish whoever the family I'm supposed to be feeding is. I want to nourish them with healthy meals. So I'm happily cooking meals a couple of times a week. And, but it's a pretty drastic change going from two people to 4 people in terms of wanting to make sure everyone has leftover, whatever the case may be. I'm doing the grocery shopping. I'm doing the cooking. I'm trying to keep up with a YouTube channel. And oh no, full moon. So I'm still tracking all of my food and making mostly good choices. And I'm still exercising all the time. Like, I'm fluffy, y'all. Your girl's curvy, your girl's voluptuous, and she's always gonna be. But I swear to you, there is more definition and more shadows in these abs than there have been before. And I'm like, that's real interesting. When you can start to see the shape change, when you got to get through a layer of fat to get to the abs, when you can start to see things chiseling out, it's real encouraging. It really is. Like, I'm still doing stuff. I'm just not doing all the stuff, and that needs to be okay right now, which is why I'm also not panicked about the fact it was supposed to be batch week this week, and I haven't created a single video. Because I'm like, you know what? What's the worst thing that happens? I'm short a couple of videos next month. But when I get home, y'all watch out, because vacation mode is off. So it is what it is. Winter, I'm over it. Today it was warm. There's still the 2 or 3 feet of snow on my roof started melting and slid off. Oh no. There's a bug in here, and I'm convinced I'm going to inhale it. It's a little gnat thing. I might have just inhaled it. I don't actually know. I don't see it now. Oh my gosh. Stupid bug. Blocked me in my house. Oh no. That's crazy, Danielle. I was walking around doing laps in the kitchen and living room. Had to get out of bed, so I stopped thrashing around. We need to get a new mattress this year for sure. A good mattress. Do not skimp on your mattress. For real. Look at your finances. Whenever it's your time to get a new mattress, look at your finances or start saving up to try and get the highest quality mattress you can, because it will make the biggest difference for you. If you can up the quality of your sleep, whatever number of hours of sleep that is, if you can up the quality, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's worth it. It's worth it. We spent a butt ton of money on our mattress, and it was worth every penny. Every penny. One of the most expensive things in our house is our bed, and it is so worth it. So worth it. Also worth getting a weighted blanket. That's my personal opinion. I love my weighted blanket. I miss my weighted blanket tremendously. So that'll be really nice. I'll be able to tuck. How long do they last? Tempur-Pedics? Oh gosh, like 20 years. Like if you take good care of it, we rotate ours when we're supposed to. You can't flip them, but you can rotate them. So we rotate our mattress, and I think the sales guy said that it'll last us at least 15 or 20 years, which is awesome, because then it's 100% worth the investment if it's gonna and I'm much more becoming like this in general, but like spend the money now for high quality that's gonna last longer. You know, just a regular spring mattress, I have no idea. Probably the same amount of time. Probably like I think a good mattress is supposed to last you at least, at minimum, 8 to 10 years. At minimum. I believe I've heard 8 years before. I've also heard 15 years before. So somewhere in there. Shoot for at least a decade with your mattress. You know? Yeah, I'm 10 years old. Yeah, shoot for at least a decade. I'm going to probably shoot for longer with this one. But, yeah, it's worth it. Doing laps in the kitchen, had to get out so I stopped thrashing around. Was it because you had restless legs, Sarah? Because magnesium lotion? Good stuff for that. I think it's a full moon or something. This was an awful day. Couldn't sleep and people were so dang mean today. Interesting. The beautiful view you have is enough to make a person want to sit by the pool and sip a water. I was thinking water. It's true. This is a dry house, so we do not have any alcohol in this house. But seriously, I fill up so many of these containers. I don't drink water with ice at home. I've been filling this up with ice and having cold water or cold Waterloo when I sit out by the pool. It's so nice. I was just overly stimulated laughing about our friend last night. I told you goodnight because I needed the accountability to force me to go to bed. The community and everything that comes out of this is great. It's made such a huge impact on my life. Full moon Saturday. I love the color of your top. Thank you. This is a snakeskin pattern. Also, sidebar, especially for the lady who wanted to call me fat yesterday. Yeah, she did that. This is an extra small, by the way, y'all. It's a Grayson lace top, and I got it on sale for $12. They might still be over there, and they come in a bunch of colors. I have a black one, and I have this one because I wanted something different. But it feels right to wear this in Florida. I love it. I just feel, I've been running around in shorts and a tank top, so it feels real good. Wait until you get back to Minnesota. It will take a while to get back to cooking for two. Hope you have a big freezer. Yeah. I hope you have lots of leftovers. I go through phases with leftovers. I used to hate leftovers. Now I can do them for 2 or 3 days in a row if it means I don't have to cook again. So the process here in this house, and which I've carried over from my house, is, excuse me, I don't cook on Tuesdays because Tuesdays are usually my work day. Meaning I usually get up, work out, and then I don't run errands. I'm doing stuff for YouTube. And until I started batching my content, Tuesdays was always filming day. And then I would already have makeup on for the live stream at night, whatever. So I've kept Tuesdays as my non-cooking because I'm live streaming and I'll sit and do, I did some work today, worked on some finances stuff and whatever. So Mondays, I always cook. Monday is housewife day. And you know it's going to be a real pain? Good night, Danielle. Thank you for coming. The biggest pain in the neck of going home is going to be I have to clean the house again. Because we have a cleaning lady that comes here every 2 weeks. And as long as we pick up after ourselves, right? The cleaning lady comes every 2 weeks. And so I haven't had a deep clean, housewife level clean since we've been here. That's going to be a rude awakening. Be oh, you need to clean the house again? Awesome. But Mondays have always been housewifing day. Clean the house, run the errands, do the laundry, meal prep. Every Monday, because then it's done the rest of the week. And then Tuesday is always work day. So I cook on Mondays. I never cook Tuesdays, which we have carried over here. So I always cook Mondays, so we have leftovers. Now we've been getting leftovers from grandmother's house on Sundays too, so I don't have to cook now until like Thursday. Between the meatloaf I made last night and the beef stew that she sent home with us, I don't have to cook till like Thursday. And thankfully, everybody here is enjoying all the stuff that I'm making, which is super helpful because I don't have to like do anything crazy. Oh man. Let's see. I want a weighted blanket. Sometimes I have a cat sleep on me, but it's not the same. 10 years. My chunky knit blanket does have a bit of weight to it. Ours is closer to 15 now. Tomorrow's my 4-year anniversary of being on Weight Watchers. I've been at goal for 3.5 years with 50 pounds lost. I love being a loser. Lori, that is amazing. Congratulations. That is so awesome. That is so stinking awesome. Good for you. Oh, thank you for sharing things like your clothing size. It's been incredibly helpful for me over the past year or so. And I'm glad, but like it's ridiculous because my weight is up. But y'all, I'm in medium shorts, extra small, extra small. What are people that are skinnier than me supposed to wear if I'm in an extra small? My FJs in the favorites video, my FJs are a small. My sweatshirt was a medium. Like, I share this because, like, you can kind of see what my body looks like, right? And, like, I don't need to share measurements or anything, but the point is, like, I fit every size in something. Every size. There are some things I own. Do I own any larges right now? I might not, actually. That might be a lie. I don't actually own anything that's a large. But, mediums, smalls, extra smalls. What? Did you make a single batch of the meatloaf? I might have it if that was a single batch. I made 1.5. So it calls for 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of ground turkey. I used 1.5 pounds of each. We went to Sam's Club yesterday, and so I opened a 40-ounce container of ground turkey and like a 3.5 pound thing of ground beef. So what I did, meal prep tip, y'all, I pre-mixed the next meatloaf. So I took 1 pound, or it might have been closer to 1.5 pounds, of each meat, mixed it up, threw it in a freezer bag, and threw it in the freezer so that part's done for next time. And then I took what I had left. Well, and then there was still too much beef, but I was like, how much turkey do I have left? Poof, threw it in the scale. 1.5 pounds. Okay, grabbed 1.5 pounds of beef, threw that in there, and kind of guesstimated all of the other things to be a 1.5 scale. But it's also for 4 people. It would have been absurdly too much if it was just Eric and me. Absurdly too much. You have to try that meatloaf. It is the best meatloaf. The best meatloaf. And like that's literally what it's called on the website. It's the best meatloaf. It is so good. I've made it like 4 times while we're here and they never tire of it. They love it. They all love it. And I say they being my in-laws. Like you would think they'd get tired of me making the same stuff over and over again, but I make it well enough where they just don't care. They're like, this is great. It's healthy and it's filling and it's delicious. It's awesome. Highly recommend. Lori, that's hilarious. I love being a loser. Did you make It's that compact muscle. It's that compact muscle you're packing, right? Right? Then perhaps you don't need to lose any more weight. The thing is, I do, because I'm still in the upper range of 170s. So like, I would love to. I will start questioning whether or not I need to lose any more once I get down to like 165. I think you're in Chapel. I'm sorry, you're in Chapel Hill? I love Chapel Hill. I love that place so much. So much. So like I still do. I need to take off a little bit. The problem is I carry most of it around my middle. My arms have gotten a little bit bigger, but I also have muscle in my arms now. So like the emotional body confidence part of me is like, my arms are big. What do I do? But I used to be just skin and bones, y'all. Like, there's actual meat on my bones now. So here's the thing. I'm gonna work on losing. Slow and steady wins the race. The hormone thing I never talked about. This week I felt normal. Like, I finally felt normal. I checked my measurements today after my weight going up. When was that? 2 weeks ago? Was that 2 weeks ago? Like, oh my gosh. The measurements are finally going back down. It's day 18 of my cycle. My cycle is going to start again soon. Like PMS is impending. very, very soon before I have to go through the whole thing again. And I just now am deflating, which is stupid. But I also remembered that I had this weight versus cycle tracking sheet in Excel that my husband made me. And I forgot that I had it. And thank you, Sarah. I forgot I had it. So I plugged in all the weigh-in information I've had for 2021 thus far. And I'm going to start tracking day to day with my cycles. Meaning like day 1, month 1, I weighed this. Day 1 of my period, month 2, I weighed this. What's the difference from month A to month B? That's I have a whole Excel sheet that's an entire year of comparing my weight that way. And I'm going to use that for a while so I can keep track of the weight fluctuations and how much progress I am or am not making. That's what I'm going to do, which is awesome. Forgot why that was relevant. Oh, so but it took me a week and a half to get rid of part of the gain and retention from my last period. So I'm in it for the long haul, y'all. I'm going to try and see what happens in the next 9 weeks. I'm going to do a slow reverse up. I might take it like 2 weeks at a time instead of 1 week at a time. I don't know, y'all. But so ultimately, I want to shave off like 10 to 15 pounds just because it'll be easier to move. That's the thing. I want the ease of movement from that. But beyond that, if I can get back to the weight that I was when we left Illinois, which is 165, which is when I was at the peak of my body pumpness and was starting to see muscles and stuff, I would love to know what my body looks like now at that weight, removing that fat because I have so much more muscle now. And that might be to the point of I'm you know what? BMI says I'm still overweight, but who the heck cares? Because this body be popping. And I'm totally okay with that. Totally okay with that. I'm okay if I never again fall into the Weight Watchers standard of healthy weight range. What was the last measurement? Sometimes I'm 5'6", sometimes I'm 5'5". I think my doctor actually had me as 5'6" last time. But I don't actually know because my weight changes, or my weight, obviously my weight changes, my height changes. So for safety, you could say 5'5.5" if you really wanted to be specific. But I literally went to one doctor and I was 5'5", and 4 months later I went to the doctor, I was 5'6". Don't know. But yeah, so that's to the point where I'm at this journey. I'm so focused on the fitness and the strength that the weight loss is really, it's a little bit for aesthetics, but it's really for mobility. But so is the weight, the strength gain. It's for mobility. I want to make sure that I'm 5 steps ahead of the CMT, always. And so if losing 10 or 15 pounds helps me move better and gaining all of this muscle helps me move better, who cares what the heck my body looks like? Because based on how muscle comes in, it could look real funny anyway. Who knows? But it's not about that. It's not about looks. My husband thinks I'm sexy as heck, just as I am right now. And that's all that matters, right? In terms of aesthetics. And so I need to do nutrition and I need to do fitness for function and for health. Not because somebody decided to call me fat with pig emojis. No joke. If you relate to that, it makes me laugh every time I think about it because this person is supposedly an adult. Oh my gosh. But you get what I'm saying? The right motivation has to be there. And on days that I feel strong, on days that I feel lean, nothing else in the world matters. Yeah, I have to go too. I'm going to catch up on the comments, and then we will be on our merry way. I think I'm ready to retire and leave NYC and move to my home in Chapel Hill. It's just not the same in NYC. It's no longer the city that never sleeps. It's so sad. Susan, I can totally understand that. I can totally understand with everything that has happened. It's the hustle and bustle of New York is probably very, very different. And my feelings for Chapel Hill. So I would never fault you for moving there. Never. I'm going to try and make it soon. Bought more Worcestershire sauce on the weekend to do it. Excellent. Let me know how it goes. I think you're smaller than me, though we'd have to compare identical items. I just know our weights have been fairly close over the past year and you posting. And Lori's in Chapel Hill. Apparently everybody's in Chapel Hill. I love it. I love it. In size whatever gave me the courage to try out some of those smaller sizes. I still feel, that I still will feel be too small for me. Last week I could not figure out why I've gained 10 pounds and it was my period. I'm telling y'all, keep track of your cycles. Women, friends, download Clue and keep track of your cycles, or use the Apple Health app or something, because the information you will get is so helpful to you and will ease your mind about weight loss so much. I wouldn't have even thought of it until you mentioned it. I have 90-day cycles, perimenopause. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was your influence in part. They actually got me to buy my first pair of denim shorts. I realized how close I'm getting to a healthy BMI range. I felt great at 160. I would love to ultimately be 150, but anything less would be too skinny. I'm the same height as you. Yeah. I was originally 135. Originally. When I got to goal, I was 135. So skinny. What was I thinking? I mean, I look great in my wedding dress and all, but I think I was 10 pounds above that when I was in my wedding dress anyway. What was I thinking? Oh, man. That's what the best thing about losing weight. If it wasn't about the number on the scale, my goodness, after losing 70 pounds at 67, I can run up the subway steps and eat all clean ingredients. I love it. I love it. What spices go good with pork? That should be her name. Rosemary. Rosemary goes good with pork. We shall call her Rosemary. Y'all are the best. All right, my friends. I'm going to sign up and go downstairs because I need to see how my father-in-law survived Joel. We're going to... Rosemary. You guys crack me up. All right, my friends. Thank you for this conversation. This was so helpful for letting me word vomit all the things that have been in my head and helping me brainstorm content. You guys are amazing. Thank you, as always, for your constant love and support. It really does mean so very much to me. Yeah, and I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great night.